No, I'm busy tonight, actually.
Good morning. How you doing there? How you doing, Chris?
I'm well, thank you. How are you, Peter?
I'm good. Welcome to the Jerry Hotpants Club podcast. Chris, I'm Pete. Who's back there?
The Disturbed Eusafio!
Fucking
All right.
dude came up here playing some fucking real weird ass fucking music, pulling in the driveway earlier. Creepy ass motherfucker.
And Helix is here.
I got kidnapped by extended warranty folks yesterday, and nobody came to help me.
You got kidnapped by dolphins, is what you told me in the message, and that's when I was like, yeah, all right, good night.
Did you come to help me?
No.
Thank you very much.
You brought that on yourself. Why in
Yeah,
the,
bro. Shouldn't be talking shit about the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep talking shit. You can come and find me. You know where I'm at.
Did we not learn, like, episode 1, like, shh, we got the letter, did you? No, because you painted a big fucking target on your back.
I don't read. I draw with crayons. Fuck with me.
Eats crayons. Woo!
All right, today is Wednesday, July 27th, National Creme Brulee Day.
Yummy.
I've never had one, I don't think.
It's too fancy for my taste.
That's good.
National Korean War Veterans Armistice Day. Thank you for your service. National Love is Kind Day.
All right.
Now, what the fuck is the point of that?
I don't know.
Love.
Have
kind.
a positive attitude, Pete.
I mean, hey, babe. Okay. National New Jersey Day.
What the fuck? Like every
Fuck
day,
Jersey.
every day I keep thinking it can't get any worse, and then it's just like, just complete.
Why does New Jersey get a day?
Why did
Fuck New
Pennsylvania get a day the other day?
Don't they? When's Michigan? Well, I think Michigan Day was the other day. It was Detroit's birthday. I think that's... I have no idea, though. Detroit's birthday.
We're
Yeah,
just
fuck
going
Jersey.
downhill.
Fuck Jersey up its stupid ass. And it is also Chris's favorite National Scotch Day.
Hey-oh!
You are correct.
Scotch.
So we're going to back up one day because we missed Tuesday, and we'll say that yesterday was National All or Nothing Day. That's good for Yusuf there. National Aunt and Uncle's Day.
Hey, that's a good one.
National Bagel Fest Day.
Carbs.
Look, a good bagel.
National Coffee Milkshake Day.
Ooh.
How does
The
that make any
fuck?
sense?
No, it doesn't.
That's just
Sugar and...
in and
that's
out
like,
both spots.
That's like those frappes from
The water
McDonald's.
fountain from
It's just
hell.
Chocolate and
You
coffee.
talking about that butthole again?
Death by buttholing.
Okay, National Disability Independence Day. So,
All right. Thank you.
yeah, that's...
Barrier-free design was revolutionized or kind of pioneered by California and Michigan after Vietnam. And those short urinals in the men's bathroom, those were for Vietnam vets in their wheelchairs to dump their bags in. That's what those were. They're not
I
for
just
children.
thought they were for children.
They were for Vietnam vets in wheelchairs to dump their
I
bags.
was like, fuck these kids. Why can't they just pee on the floor?
Yep. Barrier-free design was started by Michigan and California.
You know what I saw for the very first time this weekend? I was at a restaurant in Detroit on Saturday, and there were 3 levels of urinals. There was one that was like this fucking high, and then there was the normal one, and then there was the little, yeah. I walked in there, and I'm like, where do I go? What do I do? Like, and so if I would have had to go to the higher person one, I'd have had to fucking get on my tiptoes. I'm like, Jerry finally has a urinal. It absolutely does. And I came back out, and I wanted to say something, and I sat at the table, and I'm like, I'm going to let Jerry go figure this out for himself. Nobody said anything. I can't be the only one on earth that noticed there was a fucking, Andre the Giant urinal in there.
Yeah.
But it blows my mind. I know that women wouldn't know anything about this, would they? Because y'all just pee in a hole in the fucking bathroom, don't you?
They have stools.
Oh, still, do they?
Yeah.
I've never been in a woman's bathroom, so I don't know.
On purpose.
Hey. So we're going to talk about...
We're doing this one on the fly.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need something to talk about, so we're going to talk about Elon Musk and Donald Trump versus Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Fight.
I'm not gonna try
Two
to
enter, one exit.
I'm not gonna try to offer too much in what I think about either one of these gentlemen.
Recent news in both of them is Elon is a
fucking
horny billionaire. He's been popping out kids
And he deserves to. You know what, actually? He
Why
needs
is
to
he
be slapped
entitled
in
to?
the face for not having 30 kids.
Why is he entitled to? Just because he has money?
He has to. It's not entitled to. He has to. Mandatory. Yes. He shouldn't be doing shit. All he should be doing is fucking and dumping loads inside a hose.
Why?
Because he got time like that. He got that I got fucking dick and load money.
No. Please explain to me why it's essential that he does in the first place.
If he wants to be as blessed as a peasant, then he needs to knock out a bunch of children. Peasants are blessed because they can have multiple amounts of children. That's the blessing that peasants have.
Who
Rich
are these
folk usually
peasants?
don't.
What the fuck are you
Peasants,
talking
bro.
about?
If you want to get on a peasant level, you gotta, you can't have everything and not have everything. You gotta have
Helix
everything.
is yelling at you. All right, shut the
Helix,
fuck up.
sit down. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay. So, Elon is out there just humping and scrumping.
One thing Elon's been talking about in the recent months has been population growth. And if he says that people not having babies is the greatest threat to humanity.
Okay.
If you've ever seen the beginning of Idiocracy,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
probably right. So
There is something to it. I'll give you
if
that.
two people are, say you have a man and a woman are together, right?
Right.
How many children do they need to make to sustain growth on the planet? And the answer is, on average, 2.1.
2 point. Yeah. I still don't get how they
Well,
do.
if you take
Average of
all
everybody.
the humans,
Average of everybody,
right,
yeah.
So it would be
So that would mean some people need to have three,
Right,
others are
some
going to
people-
have one. Okay. I got
some
you,
people
gotcha.
would need to have 3, and everybody would try to have So Elon been doing his damnedest to get over that 2.1, boy. Let me tell you what. I think he had like 5 kids when he first kind of got famous. Then he had a couple of Grimes. Then he had a couple Grimes, the singer.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're married anymore. I don't know if
they're
they
not.
got married. I don't know. And then he knocked up like the CEO of one of his companies or CFO or something from one of his companies.
Champ.
And then
Good
the
for him.
recent story is that he was banging Sergey Brin, one of the heads of Google's wife. But then Elon came on Twitter and said that is fake news. He's seen the woman twice, and it's been in public, and he's never slept with her.
So I'm thinking about Vince McMahon right now, who stepped down as CEO of the WWE, right?
Yeah, that's wild. That's Vince's like
Baby.
namesake. That's his shit.
Yeah. Like, how can you ever associate that company without him?
Right.
His daughter took over, and her husband, Paul Levesque, otherwise known as
Triple H.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley, they,
It's not Triple H, right?
yeah.
Okay, I don't
It
know
is
his real
Triple H.
name.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Anyway, he, which I think I'm going to change my name to that because that's pretty cool. He ain't using it anymore. But he's now head of talent. He's a head of talent development over at the WWE.
Scouts him out.
Well, Vince was still doing it. He temporarily stepped down a few months back while their board investigates allegations that he was paying off women who he was having affairs with within the company. What's going on the streets, Ness? We doing our taxes over there? This is your only time minutes?
Zachariah was getting a hold of me to tell me that. Never mind.
You know, now was Vince? These were NDAs, right?
Non-disclosure agreements, yes.
Which are perfectly like okay. Like you can.
Well, I think so.
You know who's really good friends with Vince McMahon? The 45th president of the United States,
Yeah.
Donald J. Trump.
Oh, yeah. Didn't they have the one match where they had to shave each other's heads?
Something like that.
Right? You don't remember? It was
He
like
was- Trump's
back in
been on
2011.
WWE.
Hell yeah, bro. He beat the shit out
He's
of
in their Hall of
McMahon.
Fame.
Yeah, remember Trump they changed the meme. They made it like a CNN logo, and then the news freaked out like he's inciting violence because they fucking imposed CNN over whoever's face Trump was punching.
Oh.
But Trump,
World Wrestling Entertainment on Monday disclosed 14.6 million in previously unrecorded expenses paid personally by top shareholder Vince McMahon. McMahon,
Damn.
who announced his retirement Friday, is being investigated for claims of sexual misconduct. WWE also hinted at the misconduct allegations, already the subject of an ongoing independent review overseen by the company's board, are under investigation by other entities.
Weak. If I was Vince McMahon, I'd
I
fucking
don't
keep
think they're
doing it and I'd leave
NDAs.
the country.
I don't think they're NDAs.
well, they might be because they're not allowed to say they're NDAs. It's part of the NDA. That was that whole thing with Stormy Daniels and Trump. She said that all the news called it hush money, but when you talk about it in the media, Like, you're not supposed to say there's an NDA, and Trump doesn't have to say, like, no, we have an NDA, and I paid her to not. And Trump, before Trump was president, he had all those like porn stars and like Miss Universe pageants and like all this stuff. Like, he was always around beautiful adult women.
Because he had to pay for it.
I mean, you just, when you're that rich, you just grab them by the pussy and then they just let you.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Such a role model for our fucking knuckle-dragging youth. Anyway.
Bro, Trump was always around beautiful adult women. Like, that was his, like, bag. Like, everybody knew it. Like, it was like, shit, Trump's going to be around. He sets
the bar high, I guess.
Yeah, because he paid for it with daddy's money. Anyway.
Paying for it is always the best way.
It was his money now. There's a lot of those loans might have been interest-only loans. Is what it. So he never actually owned a lot of that property.
So Elon and Trump have been taking shots at each other in the press over Elon backing out of the Twitter deal.
Yeah,
he called him a bullshit con artist. Is that what he said? Is that what Trump said about Elon?
He's called him a bullshit something. Yeah,
bullshit con man.
But he said that He said that the deal wouldn't go through before.
I do actually.
Right when it happened, he was.
What was to gain from backing out?
I do recall him saying that. Elon's big thing is they can't. They were supposed to do this check on how much of Twitter's actually bots.
We did a podcast on it.
Yeah.
Tighten up, Yusuf.
No, I know, but what was to gain from him backing out? Like, is not he losing?
They didn't give him.
They didn't want him to buy it at first. Now they're trying to force him to buy it, which is ironically funny.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he doesn't want it.
They adopted the poison pill policy as a board to prevent him from buying the company, only to turn around and go, well, it's going to happen anyway, so we might as well just relent. And now, what they're claiming is the stocks are plummeting as a result of his horse shit, which, a guy like that, he just loves to kind of incite shit sometimes. Maybe he never planned to buy it in the first place.
I mean,
and he's just fucking with people.
I don't know. He seems.
If I was that rich, I would just spend a majority of my. I would spend how much money does he have again?
I don't know.
It's almost billions,
almost $200 billion. But I think it's gone down recently.
If I had $200 billion, I would spend $1 billion to fuck with people. I promise you.
And that's all they can do. I think in the agreement, if either side failed to go through, the other side gets $1 billion in cash. So the worst case scenario, if Elon doesn't buy it, but in their disclosure they said that there was 5% bots, and now it might be a lot higher. So if they were submitting bullshit information to public record, the investors should all sue Twitter.
I agree. I actually agree, because corporate transparency, or is it public transparency, is key.
If there's a lawsuit, doesn't that mean they can investigate?
Yeah. They get discovery now.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So this may be maybe this is part of the plan.
It might be the death knell for Twitter too, because it depends on if you talk to. It depends on what side you're talking to about Truth Social, right? One side says it's doing well. One side says it isn't doing well. I think it's just a new platform, and it's going to take time for it to grow legs.
Chill out, McNabb.
But, the point...
6 weeks. What? I'm just sitting here. Keep going. He's talking.
Sporty McJohnson here, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me show me the pose you did back in '94, the winning touchdown.
The Al Bundy one?
The Al Bundy. Show me.
Okay, the look on his face tells me that he wasn't even aware he was at the game. Yeah. So,
where were we?
Twitter's on its way out. I mean, that has been like the fucking town hall of mental illness on the internet.
For you.
For you too. Don't tell me you haven't logged in there and been like, what the fuck?
No, normal people don't use Twitter. I don't think the normal citizens of America really use Twitter.
Yes, they do.
I think it's famous people and bots. I think that I don't know anyone who was like, I'm on Twitter. Like, no one ever. It was Facebook, Instagram, Snap.
A lot of people use Twitter.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You guys were starting to sell pictures of our feet, so
He ain't selling my feet on fucking on OnlyFans. Hey, let me tell you something, real quick. Okay, you and your pursuit of fucking silliness, your fucking snuff movie that you just showed us a little while ago, right? You're still going to show up on camera because you're going to make the thing shake as you go by, just so you know. What's that? Next time, bring a catheter. You walked right past the bathroom.
Where were we?
Don't pee on the seat.
Don't pee on the seat, please.
Okay, so, yeah, where were we?
I don't know.
Something
So, hey,
about-
here's what I want to talk about.
Yes, what?
Twitter had a bunch of bots. Netflix just lost like 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
Is all of Silicon Valley on some bullshit? Like, do all of these companies like have inflated users because of bots? Like, are they all fucking lying? I think they're all lying. And
It's gotta be. Right?
you know what I mean? Like, number of users is like what Wall Street looks at. And they're like, it's like an easy statistic to look at. Like, there's more people.
I have a relatable subject here. So,
Okay.
the concert I went to over the weekend, right? He was being interviewed. First leg of the tour took him to Ontario.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And he got interviewed up there, right? And so they walk over to him, and they're like, the guy interviewing him, and Roger's like, hey, why haven't you covered me on my tour yet? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, The Weeknd and Drake were in town over the weekend, and, we had to go cover that. And he lost his shit. He was like, I am far more important than Drake and The Weeknd, and I have a bigger impact on music than those guys, right? Mm-hmm. And you read further into the interview, and he's talking about streaming, right?
Yeah.
How do we know that streaming services aren't inflating numbers on these fucking people? Like, I listen to some of this, like, The Weeknd, I'm sorry, you suck. I hope somehow, some way, this clip finds its way to your little desk in your pink fucking motorhome. But, like, you suck. You really suck. You look like a fucking live-action Muppet. And that somebody peed on you in the corner of a kid's fucking daycare.
Do you know how many views, like, The Hills has on YouTube?
I don't even know what that is.
It's one of his songs. It's like 2 billion.
Yeah, and
It's
I don't buy
wild.
it. I don't buy it. I don't buy it one bit.
No, it sounds like it's inflated to me.
Oh, no, you can come on. Just,
But I mean,
come on.
Please.
Yeah, just walk by. We don't.
Please, come back into the domain, please.
1.8 billion, The Hills has.
1.8 billion.
That's wild. 1.8 billion views.
Billion. Okay,
Billion.
so, and you mean to tell me that other so is it because younger people, which like this fucking trite crap, right? Is it because they are more tech savvy and they can stream on their phones, their TVs, their tablets, and that the older generations, like myself or even older, that love older music, they don't stream as much?
Right.
That must be it.
They've changed the way that streams impact revenue. And we've talked about streaming machines and
Yeah, and they're just there's people not really listening
virtual
to it.
machines, and it looks like these views have been inflated for a while.
And that's what I think, right? Like I'm at the show on Saturday, and we get to our seats, and half the fucking arena is empty. Okay, and it's not COVID fears anymore. I mean, people are just over it. But like, I've seen him on tour every time he's been to Michigan -1, and it's a sellout, and there's people outside begging for fucking tickets. Okay, the crowd came trickling in very slowly. All right, and then by the time the show started, it was damn near capacity. There's still not going to be complete sellouts right now, I'm sure. But what I begin to wonder when I see this stuff is, like, how many people are affected by the fact that, it's like a religious, spiritual experience going to a live fucking show. It is. It doesn't matter what the artist is. If you love that artist and you go to that show, you feel an intimate connection. You just do.
Even going to like a comedy show or a real movie,
Yes.
going to, in the theater, just going, making the trek there with people and not, by yourself in your living room.
And it used to be famously that artists would make money more from being on the road than they did from album sales. And we've already discussed that. So now, like you said, they've changed the revenue stream to be incorporated with streaming.
Yeah.
And that is fucking horseshit, because now they can inflate the numbers and say, yeah, this guy, He's a top 10 artist. When really there's like 9 kids who are partially deaf who are fucking jamming this shit in their mom's basement. Like, I don't get how auto-tune has made music better, because it hasn't. I don't get how, like, synthesized beats made on a fucking remember those little fucking xylophones you got when you were a kid?
On a drum machine?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I'm talking about the fucking play school
okay.
shit, you know?
Yeah.
That's what this shit sounds like to me, and I know I'm old.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, they're using 808s and stuff. They're using
I get
drum
it.
machines.
I get it, but it's the same fundamental loop over and over and over and over. And there's no fucking, the time signature's stupid.
Some of these fucking beats they're making on their phones, bro, I swear. Because when you play them on a high-end system, they can't work at a high volume. They start to distort. It's like, did you mix and did you master this? And it's like, some of them I don't think they did. I think they're making them on their phones and they're not mastering them nice. You can tell, like, if you hear a real artist like Big Crit or something, all his music I can turn up as loud as I want on my system.
Yeah.
A really good rapper, Big Crit. Holler.
Who's the rapper that you were beefing with the other day?
Oh, I don't even want to say his name.
Come on, say his
No, I
name.
won't.
Do it.
No, I don't put people's names out there.
It was funny. It was funny.
I know.
Because we tag him in a post, and we tag this person in that post accidentally. Right? It was just funny. It was coincidental. And then Chris
jumps
jumps in there right away, and he's like, "Yeah, I told him he sucks."
I did like 4 or 5 years ago, dude. And he said something back to me, and he's gotten a little more famous since then. And I've tried to listen to him. He still sucks, bro. Fuck Canadian rappers, bro. Like, y'all suck.
Yeah. Oh gosh, eh?
I like Drake now.
Bet you do.
Of course you do. Drake's a fucking
I got
chump.
turned on to Drake a year ago. I didn't know who Drake was before that. They were like, how you do not know about Drake?
You mean the global ambassador to the NBA?
I don't know who the fuck he is, bro, but I just know that I started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
Dude, he looks at every NBA player like he wants to suck their dick.
He's not joking.
So
what?
We
He's not
agreed.
choking?
Did you hear that? Ladies and gentlemen at home, Chris and I agreed.
So what do y'all
Stop
think
it.
about? What do y'all think about? Is Trump going to run in 2024?
I don't think so.
I
think so.
think that DeSantis has a better.
Yeah, he's pulling in money like crazy,
Yeah.
and
I think Trump would beat
He's
DeSantis.
younger. Think so?
I don't think any Republican would beat Trump if Trump ran. I think Trump would beat the
Rupert
ticket.
Murdoch pulled the plug on him. I mean, as far as what his
It's
media
just, he's
empire.
got so much baggage now. Do you know, like, how they did him for 4 years? He's got so much baggage now.
I don't think.
I don't-
I think he would get the
His-
nomination easily if he ran on the red side.
Well, what'd you do? What'd you break?
It's card full, but
Okay.
it's like it's still recording though.
Yeah, it still records after it's full.
Okay, so I think his base is still very loyal.
Oh, 100%.
And I don't think the numbers have dwindled that much. There has been some drop off since the election, but I don't think it's enough to I don't think it's enough to hold him sustainable if DeSantis keeps running. He hasn't even announced that he's going to run, has he? Or did he?
I don't
Trump.
think so.
He said some stuff the other day.
No,
that
DeSantis.
DeSantis.
DeSantis, sorry.
No, neither of them have. I don't believe. Once you say you're running, you have to abide by a bunch of different rules.
Yeah. As far as like collecting money and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
and you probably don't want to do that this far out, especially if you're easily going to get the nomination. If one of them ran, they'd probably get it. Which if both of them ran, I think Trump would.
I just need to ask, man, isn't there some kind of rule about getting out, like how we have the current president right now with his situation, his mental abilities? Like, isn't there some kind of rule that you got to pull somebody out of power when they're just past the expiration date?
The vice president and the cabinet can get him out with the 25th Amendment.
Yep.
But
I keep seeing, because like I haven't been paying him no mind, but now I keep seeing these videos and I'm like, this is real?
I'm honestly concerned that he does not hold the complete mental faculties to hold the office.
I'm like, how?
I honestly didn't think he did from the beginning, to be honest with you. And I will say, I don't think that Biden is fit for office.
But they keep defending him. Like, I keep seeing the shit he's doing, and they keep defending him. I'm like, what is going on?
But if you look at this from a middle of the road perspective, right? If you are somebody that said Trump is not fit to hold office, like everybody that told him to get on the fucking TV and tell the rioters to leave, right? They can point at his inaction there and say, okay, he's not fit for office. On the other side, you can look at the way that Biden fumbles through a fucking telecast, and they can say, yeah, you got to pull him, he's not fit for office. But both sides who are aligned with them will vehemently defend them simply because it's their side. No other reason.
Trump did tell the rioters
Yeah, he
to
did
leave.
tell them to leave. He said it's time to leave.
Hours later.
He told them to leave.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're not going here. What I'm getting at is that...
Because you'll lose.
Anyway, forward. Forward, not backwards. Forward. Beautiful smile. Beautiful smile, beautiful shirt.
Here's a better question. So, should Trump run?
Yes.
No.
Is he?
And this isn't my bias here.
Why not?
Because I don't think that I think there'll be too much controversy surrounded by
There'll
it.
be controversy.
But not
So, yeah, the baggage. He's
around
got the baggage
around
from
the
the
election.
past.
Around the election. I'm not talking about what he's going to do in office.
It's going to be wild no matter what in 2024.
Yeah, but if he runs and he runs against Biden, there's going to be so much in the way of both sides claiming voter fraud, inaccuracies at the polls, voter intimidation.
Shit. I
There's
haven't factored that in.
There's going to be so much from both sides on that.
There'll be straight riots again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, more importantly, right? With
There probably
everything-
will be anyhow, though.
Well, I mean, we're getting
runs-
closer to midterms here.
That won't be as big
when
a
midterms
deal.
come this November. It's going to be insane because they're it's either going to wipe the fuck out of the Democrats here and the Republicans, and we're going to have a gridlocked fucking government for the next 2 years.
Sometimes things get done more when it's a split government because they have to negotiate.
And I agree with that. Like the last stimulus that we got, the only reason it got pushed through so quickly is because it was a Democratic-led Congress and Senate, right? House and Senate. We didn't need that money. I spent that money, sure, but like...
Didn't need any of that shit.
No.
I spent it 100%. Don't give me some shit and think I'm not going to spend it, but we didn't need it.
I invested some of that money.
Honestly, I invested all that money. It all went into my gym in my basement. Invested it into myself.
You invested in self, sir, and that's what we're here to talk about today, really. Chris, you invest in yourself, don't you?
A little bit.
Okay. Now, how do you invest in yourself?
Anything that has to do with health or work, I'll spend money on because I got to work and I got to be alive. So,
Do you consider this work, what we're doing right now?
this is an investment, yeah.
This is the Lord's work.
We are dropping red pills. Just throwing them out like a flower girl.
Dropping loads, baby.
Red pills.
We're dropping loads on the
Red
world.
pills. Red pills.
What's that?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. You don't have to be on camera. Say that into the microphone.
I said I'm
Come
tweaking.
say to the goddamn microphone.
Now I feel weird.
Coffee.
I'm tweaking from the coffee. Don't mind me.
Coffee.
Louder.
No!
That's that Jerry Hotpants brew, y'all.
Yeah.
Got that shit.
We got the Jerry Hotpants brew in the house.
Make that
and it's
shit in the
making-
basement.
It's making a difference, Stephanie. Tweak her fucking balls off.
that clandestine shit. That fucking 3 to 20 shit.
Yeah. 15-piece McNugget. We got that for sale at some point, right? Isn't that what we're talking about here?
That's the plan.
We're going to sell Hot Pants coffee.
You want to get on our level, you got to get on our level.
It's just going to be a black bag with a picture of a dolphin with a Rambo bandana and an an AR-15. Sorry.
I hope not.
Yes.
Keep that commie shit off my coffee.
That shit off my coffee. I can't drink that.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for that. You'll find it at Walmart.
Hopefully.
Or a corner.
Okay, so I had a question for you, Yusuf. This is for you. This is directly for you.
I'm ready.
That's his thinking voice.
So you said you'd vote for Trump, correct?
I 100% would vote for
In
Trump.
2024. Now, what if DeSantis ran in 2024?
Versus Trump or by himself?
But against the Democratic nominee.
I'm voting for either one, but I guess the one with a higher chance. But like I said, I think that because of all the events that happen, I think Trump has a lot of baggage, which is going to be like him swimming upstream against the current. But God damn it, if he hasn't done it before.
Yeah.
So, like, to bet against him is kind of wild. But DeSantis, I like everything that he's done. So, I honestly, I'd have to evaluate. Like, literally, like I said, it all boils down to the last week of elections. Like, pretty much that's how I changed my mind into Trump, was the last week of elections. Because, like I said, I was not a Trump supporter. I don't even know if I am a Trump supporter. If he's a player on a team, I'm just like, that's a player that I want to back because he wins shit.
So you're a bandwagon guy.
I don't even know what that means. The last week of shit, I was like, shit. I just evaluated all my morals and what I want, and I was like, well, shit, I guess I got to go with this guy.
Don't you think Trump is more influential where he is right now, not being on a ticket, being behind the scenes, telling people like, hey, I'm endorsing this person, this person, this person. I can fly around. I can do all this shit. And
I don't
I'm not
know
in
if
the
I need
spotlight.
influence. I need action right now,
Right,
especially
well,
right now, bro.
You can put action in, but you can't have
I need morality to come back to the world.
You can't have a Democratic Congress that wants to destroy the country. Like, they've literally been trying to destroy the country.
This is literally like,
decades.
it's been a global thing. Like, the world has been destroying itself now fucking fast in the last 2 years. Really fast. Like, holy shit. Bro, Canada was the docile of fucking dociles. Do you see that shit right now? That shit scares me.
What?
Canada, bro. Canada, that motherfucker, bro, is making moves, whatever his nuts is.
They're authoritative.
Yeah.
Very authoritative.
Bro, that's a good looking dude, bro. That motherfucker looks good, right?
He is handsome.
He's really handsome.
He was wearing Pee Wee Herman's suit the other day.
What did they shut the fuck up, really?
Yeah, gray suit, white shirt, red tie, red bow tie. Yeah, it was funny.
You can get away with that shit now, but not back in the day.
Yeah, he's
Bro,
an infamous jacker.
How many pictures of that dude in blackface are there? There's like
Trudeau?
Yeah.
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 He's just like, every time there was a reason to dress up, he was like, I'm gonna do blackface.
So what?
I don't know. It's funny. Why? And he's still in power. Like, can you imagine if one of the Republicans got caught in blackface? They would be crucified.
Bro,
on camera.
Kimmel got caught like that, and he's still on the air. There's a few
and
people
he's
that
a Democrat through and through. So
yeah, so it depends on what side you're on. That it's like, all right,
Yeah,
you know,
if you're a Democrat, you get away with it, and the media covers for you. But if you actually want to like help Americans, you get fucking blasted on the news. It's wild.
Okay. Shifting gears.
I really just don't want Gretchen Whitmer. Like, fuck Trump, fuck everybody. I just do not want Gretchen Whitmer back into office.
How them
Everything can take a backseat to her.
how them roads doing? Them roads ever get
Fuck
fixed?
them roads. You see them
Damn
motherfucking roads
ever
back in the day are
I
still
don't know. It
fucking
was a real
standing the
nice,
test of
easy
time.
fucking drive into Detroit this weekend, so you can suck it.
That's where they do the work.
Yeah, that's where the loads, all the loads lead to Detroit. That's
Okay, so
Guess I know
again,
what's
we're
on.
getting way too into the political spectrum for my taste, and I will. I'd like to shift gears here and talk a little bit more about Elon.
Yes, Elon.
So we also discovered that Elon's dad fucked his stepdaughter and got her pregnant for a second time.
Something like that.
Second time.
Second time.
So apparently that fucking libido runs in the family.
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
Shit.
Now, at what point do you go, you know what? I'm going to adopt this person. Ooh, I'm going to fuck him. Ooh,
I mean, I don't know if she was adopted. I don't know anything about. I mean, maybe they haven't seen each other very often. Maybe I have no idea.
Money will make you do some weird fucking
They're
shit,
not-
bro.
He looks like his dad.
They're not related.
He's wear the same fucking scarf or ascot or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, you know, his dad's been not in the news at all. I remember when Elon first kind of got famous.
Is Elon's dad even like anybody?
He was
He's a
some kind.
somebody?
I just remember that, you know, Kimball, his brother, runs this thing called Big Green and a couple other things. And then his mother, Mae Musk, is an old model. She looks great for, you know, she's older. And then
I'm looking for a PS5, ladies.
they have a sister too.
Oversized.
They have a sister too that directs movies, and then but the dad was just never in the public spotlight. And the one time he pops in the spotlight is like, "Fuck my stepdaughter." Like, what? Okay, that's how you come on the scene. All right.
Waves.
You know, the rest of the family has all these, you know, big stories about them, and then the dad's like just here now. So
He is, without a doubt. I mean, isn't that how a lot of porno movies start? Right?
I don't watch porn
Only
anymore.
the good ones.
You don't watch porno.
No, I quit.
Porn is so bad for your mental psyche. It destroys everything.
I mean, I guess I'll have to watch them and find out.
If there's one thing, I used to think it was a joke that porn was bad for you, but 100% porn is fucking the devil. Nobody will give you anything for free unless there's something behind it. Just know that, world.
I gave up porn.
And plus, you eliminated half the fucking fun of it, trying to steal mags and hide them, and just got that shit on your fucking phone. That's bullshit.
Has anyone looked at a porn mag in the last 15 years?
I don't even want to look at them when I go in the store
published
anymore.
in the last 15
Oh,
years?
yeah,
or was
no.
old?
It was old. It was vintage.
It was old Hustler with Bush in it. Bush.
Thank God that what's his nuts died
Colonel-
before this shit happened. You didn't have to see this day and age.
Who, Hugh?
Hugh,
He
bless his
saw
heart.
it coming.
He
saw
did,
it coming.
huh?
Yeah.
He was. I think he was crazy, and they were trying to fight over who was going in his will, and
Yeah.
he was not up. I don't think he was mentally there, and it was kind of sad. And then they were gonna do Playboy without titties. They were gonna just have articles and swimsuits. We were like,
Why?
You know, like it's Playboy. right?
Yeah.
He does have good articles.
Such a what?
They
I like
actually-
to read.
No, seriously, they actually had some of the best interviews with people in that magazine ever.
So you get people to come to your magazine through titties, and then you read. I couldn't read this shit because all the pages were stuck to each other.
Bro, they were thick magazines. There was a
Yeah.
lot of writing.
There was maybe 10 or 20 titty pictures in there, and there was 100 pages in that fucking magazine.
Those were the only pictures I saw. Anyway, porn is bad. It
Hey, you
destroys the
blink.
nation.
Take some more coffee. Come on. He's fucking blinking, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
worried
fucking
about
up. I am worried about him too.
him. Join us at the end of the summer for Crank 3, starring Jason Statham. Yes.
He is.
He's Jason Statham with hair, ladies.
He show is.
Rawr. Hot.
You guys just stay tuned. If you guys can get us 100 more subscribers, we promise to release a calendar with all the months featuring yours truly, Chris Craves. And you guys don't want to miss out on the month of July or August or by the fireplace December Chris Craves.
Yeah,
So
we paint
subscribe.
we take a paintbrush to his wee-wee and make it look like a candy cane.
Fuck you guys, man. You guys like my cool ass CBR NE shirt?
I don't.
I thought that was some from like
Use
The
your
Legend of
words.
Zelda.
It's a chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear.
Where do you get these
explosive-
shirts from?
The internet.
The interwebs.
G14 classified. We can't tell you
G14
this
classified.
is
G14 classified?
Can't tell you.
Oh, G14 classified.
G13.
It's now G16 classified. That means if you ever bring up G14 or 15, I'll kill you.
Don't nobody like you. That little girl don't like you.
So let me say this: if you had to go to dinner with somebody, would you rather go with Elon or Trump?
Fuck, I'd rather go with Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you know why I would go with Trump? I don't give a fuck about his politics. In this moment, he is such a fucking goof, and I am such a fucking goof that we would laugh the whole time.
Oh, you'd like it?
We would laugh. We would laugh the
After
whole
thinking
fucking
of
time.
it for a little bit, I think I'd want to go to dinner with Trump so that he can explain some business shit to me on a level that I could probably understand versus Elon, because I feel like he'd explain it in a... And even though I feel like he's really good and articulate, I just feel like he'd explain it to me like a robot.
No,
Elon is more of an engineer than he is a business guy.
That's what... Yeah,
and
right?
so because he's of a higher intellect, and you can tell he's that kind of
Yeah.
guy that he just would talk to you in a condescending tone. I think
That's
what I feel, and I could be wrong about that. But
I think that's how you perceive it, yeah, because the ignoring of emotions during conversation. I've seen that in a lot of people that are high intellect. They speak with, like, they just ignore the emotional part of the conversation.
yeah,
I don't know who I'd rather go with.
Come on, spit it out, baby. I
Yeah.
think I'm Trump too.
Probably
Go have dinner with Trump.
Probably Trump. Just because I asked him where are the aliens.
And you think, bro, he'd probably
okay.
get us a good ass dinner too, honestly.
Oh, fuck
Something
yeah.
like
But Elon might know where the aliens are more than Trump.
fucking
Okay,
aliens.
remember, and I've brought this up several times, that guy from Israel says that Trump knows about the Galactic Federation of Planets.
Okay. But, man.
So, like,
don't all the presidents know once they get it? They like.
I will tell you, Jimmy Carter knows. He knows. That's why that motherfucker is still alive. He's had like stage 56 cancer since 1986.
56.
Yes. And he still builds houses, for fuck's sake. He's like 90-something
He
years old.
is a G. So long as you have purpose, you will stay alive.
He outlived 4 of the presidents that came after him that have passed. Reagan,
Big Bush.
Big Bush. No, just 2. Sorry, my bad. Anyway, so, yeah, but
I honestly wasn't even. Oh, yeah, no. I remember when Big Bush died. I forgot.
Fuck Big Bush.
Carter was still president when I was born. They hadn't gone into the 1980 election yet when I was born. So, me and Jimmy are homeboys.
Jimmy with his
But
sweaters
Jimmy-
and his
Jimmy-
peanut farm.
We'll fact check this later, but I'm pretty sure about that. I think Jimmy said something about at some point, maybe when where he grew up or something, he saw UFOs or some shit. I don't think that Carter was in the service.
Skinwalker Ranch.
I don't believe in these fucking UFOs.
You and I got to have a
Oh.
conversation about that after the meeting, okay? Or after the yeah.
Okay.
So, anyway,
Would Elon make a good president? He can't be. He's born in South Africa.
yeah, so he can't be.
But would he make a
No.
good president? He's an engineer. We need more engineers and less politicians in government, dude.
We
do you
just
think?
need
What do you
real
think,
ass
Helix?
motherfuckers.
He's like,
Dudes
Tell the
that will
world,
say
Helix.
whatever. Dudes that piss you off and say shit like the shit that they say. Never mind.
I mean, I think he'd probably
retract
be a good
everything that's
president.
following.
I think he'd probably be a good president. You just have to, know that you can't be a dictator, and you have to listen to what you have to do what the people want, and then protect them from outside evil and influence. And the government's doing a terrible job of that. Look at all the fentanyl here.
Everything. It's just so fucking overwhelming that it's just like my senses shut down to it.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's forget the fact that you have to be born in America to be president.
Mm-hmm.
Name one person not involved in politics at all. And now, by saying not at all, I'm saying they aren't a musician with a political agenda, like the guy I just saw this weekend. Like, I wouldn't want him to be president, right? Okay, so who's one person, like a sports star or a newscast, somebody who's not anywhere near the political spectrum that you would vote for president?
Oh, dude, I don't know. Off the top of my head, you gotta give me a second. Shit.
Take your time. Take your time. Yusuf, what do you got? Anything?
I kind of want to say Adam Sandler, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Because look,
I
he
need
came
2
into
sentences. Why?
he came into money, right? Do you see the way he's active? He goes and he still catches pickup games. All right, he treats everybody decent. The friends that he started with, they're still riding with him. He does not dress like a Goomba. He still dresses like the day that he didn't have a dollar in his pocket. He's a real human being, bro. You see him in person, like he's still like a legit person, but he's making moves and he has money and he never switched up on anybody. He's a G from day one.
I kind of like that, actually.
I don't know
Fuck.
why I thought like he's just. I can't.
It's a
believe
hell of
it.
an answer, Yusuf, off the top of your head that quick.
I know, dude.
Shit.
I think, but I honestly think he's been thinking about this for a while.
I haven't. I just right now. I'm like,
You need somebody who can delegate authority to the right, because you can't do it all yourself. You got this
100%.
cabinet, you got all these positions.
And
you
he
gotta fill.
and Adam Sandler clearly does, don't you think? And he's got a media empire in a sense. Happy Madison Productions,
Yeah, he always has the same people in his movies.
right? So he knows how to.
Don't y'all want to see my movies?
I do.
Haven't you seen my movie?
I love Adam Sandler. Bro.
This is the
God
way I
bless
talk.
Yes.
It'll get you drunk. Dude, we quote Spell Show so much.
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. Okay, so I think we should make Adam Sandler for president t-shirts. That's merch for the fucking show. Guys, help us here. Help us here. What do you want?
Who would be hilarious? Chappelle would be hilarious as president. Oh. Can you imagine?
Sanction me, bitch.
No.
Sanction me.
With your army. Oh, that's right. You ain't got one.
Is that who you would pick, Chris?
Oh, he's been getting blasted in the news lately, but he seems to be skating through it always all right.
Because he's a G, bro.
Well,
he
doesn't need the
stands by
money.
his guns. But
as long as you can like pay your mortgage if you get fired, like you're usually okay. But a lot of people, especially government employees, they have to do what the government says, otherwise they can't pay their mortgage and feed their kids. So it's a problem.
What do you got, Stephanie? Who would you want to be president?
Maybe a really good football coach.
Huh? Helix for president? I mean, he is like a lot of the other ones. Licks everything. Falls off the couch, licking his own balls.
Dude, maybe like
a football coach.
Yeah, one of the coaches.
Bill Belichick.
Somebody. And he's Trump's homeboy. But
and he is a cheater.
Well, he fucking won. I mean,
is that the guy that deflated the balls?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
it is?
Yes.
You got to scuff him, deflate him a little bit.
If Don Shula was still alive, old coach for the fucking Dolphins.
Dolphins, yeah. Buddy. Yeah, what do you think about that?
Helix. You pass?
I'll pass. I don't
Jim
fuck with
Harbaugh.
Dolphins.
Jim Harbaugh is Trump's homeboy, too.
Of course he is. Birds of a feather go together. I would have to say, if I'm going to pick somebody, like right off the top of my head, not involved in politics at all.
Yeah.
Ed, my manager at work. Seriously. He is the most removed human being I have ever met in my entire life. Money, booze, drugs, women, food. Nothing motivates him to do anything. He's, if it needs to be done, it needs to be done. It gets done. Fuck it. Well, hey, here's this to be distracted.
That's called discipline.
He's a disciplined motherfucker.
That's what we need. We need discipline back in the world.
When I talk politics with him at all, he'll either agree wholeheartedly or disagree wholeheartedly. And it could be in the same fucking sentence, too. He's just very matter of fact, and he knows how to delegate.
Yeah, my kid would do a good job, too, I bet.
At being president?
Yeah, I wouldn't put that burden on him, but...
Okay, we reached the 47-minute mark. So, Youssef.
You got to be able to say, I don't know, but let me find somebody who can. Hold on.
Yes. Oh. Yes. Stop it. Youssef, parting words.
Stay away from porn, work out, and definitely buy our coffee when it comes out.
Look for the dolphin with the
Dolphins.
AR-15.
I knew you were going to say no dolphins.
Why? We can have a discussion about this. Folks, what do you want our logo to be on our coffee? Tweet us. Leave it in the comments section. Or call Youssef.
I'm not listed.
Yeah, you are.
I don't have friends.
Yeah, you are.
When you call me, I think you're a debt
He's the
collector.
only Radio Shack that's still open. Christopher, parting words.
Let's go. I got to pee.
Okay. Hold on one. Well, you can go pee. We'll sign off with that.
All right.
Okay. Stephanie, parting words. Get your ass up to the fucking microphone.
This was fun.
Very entertaining. Very entertaining. Come on, some more words. Some more words, please, please.
Nothing like what? I just sat here and fucking detoxed. Coffee.
Okay, hold on.
This coffee is the coffee of champions. It makes you
Coffee is making my legs hurt.
strong
Okay, so you're aware this is going out on the internet, right? And we don't edit anything.
on the interwebs.
I've asked this fucking turd to edit so much shit that I say out because I'm aware that it has a negative
I
impact.
wanna
And he
kiss
doesn't-
you all over.
Words. You ever seen the Amanda Bynes show?
What? All I heard was what? Okay, well,
Handle this.
it went right off the fucking rails like it always does. So for Chris Titty One Nut, Youssef, and Stephanie, and Little Helix, we bid you a fond, what day?
Wednesday.
Fake Wednesday. And bye-bye.
No, I'm busy tonight, actually.